It's a clash between the Cup specialist and the professional production line this afternoon at Donnybrook Stadium, as Belvedere look to take another step towards the Senior Cup 3 in a row against St Michael's, who in recent seasons have become the gold standard in producing the next generation of Irish rugby superstars. It's worth noting that Belvedere have actually knocked out St Michael's in the last 2 seasons en route to Cup glory, a trend that Emma McMahon's men will be desperate to rectify this afternoon as they seek a first Senior Cup success against their Northside rival since 2011. Blackrock, of course, are already through to the Senior Cup decider on March 18th, and we are moments away from kick-off here, but now it's time to go up to John Forrest and Johnny Murphy for the team news.
Thank you very much, Will. Let's take a look at the St Michael's 15 in the front row. They go with Jack Boyle, Lee Barron and Chris Hennessy. 2 massive men in the second row, Matthew Healy and Ryan Baird. In the back row, Jody Booth, Scott Penny and Dan O'Donovan. Behind the scrum for St Michael's, Rob Gilsonan and David Moran. In the centres, it's Jay Barron and their captain David Ryan. Out wide, Andrew Smith and Mark O'Brien. Chris Cosgrave is at fullback. For Belvedere College, the front row, James Gleeson, Luke Harmon and Conor Cagney. In the second row, Neil Howard and James Murphy. On the flank, Jared Hill and Aaron Coleman. Ruan Byron is at number 8 and captains the side. 2 new faces behind the scrum, Patrick Lysett and John Marr. In the centres, Caelan Mulvaney and Matthew Grogan. Out wide, Alistair Loughrey and Alex O'Grady. David Lacey is at 15. On the benches, well, most of them have seen some action already this campaign. A few new faces though, Jeff O'Loughlin, Mark Daly and Sam Barry, I think haven't seen any action yet, so they'll be looking forward to getting into this one. And don't forget that Air broadband subscribers can also watch today's game and tonight's Champions League coverage on the go with the Air Sport app. Visit air.ie/sport for more details on how to get that app. I'm John Forrest, alongside me is Johnny Murphy. Johnny, this could be a mouth-watering encounter.
Yeah, I think so. I think Michael's so far are probably the team of the tournament. They have a fantastic balance to their game. They can play a power game, but they can also spread the ball to width with a lot of ease. So for me, they're the team to beat. But Belvo have rugby smarts. You know, Phil Waruhiko installs that on all his teams, and they're their bogey side. They're Michael's bogey side. So it's going to be a tough encounter today.
Here come Belvedere, looking for 3 in a row. And our Twitter poll backs up what Johnny says. St Michael's favourites 55% to 45%. Big roar goes up as Belvedere come out in front of their supporters, led by their captain, Ruan Byron. David Hawkshaw, of course, injured in the first round. Change at half-back for Belvedere College. The 2 guys that came on in the last game and finished out the game, they start today. An interesting change.
Yeah, you know, I think probably Phil Waruhiko probably took something from how they closed the game out. They were very clinical, and I think the bench really played a part in the Belvo-Newbridge quarter-final. The power that came off the bench just was way too much for the Newbridge side. So, yeah, they've obviously shown something in training as well, and it's a big day for those guys. They're getting a big opportunity to play.
St Michael's, we've seen 2 good wins so far as they come out of the old Wesley clubhouse. Led by their captain, David Ryan. They're a big side, Johnny.
They are, yeah. You know, you look at the second row pairing of Healy and Baird. You know, I was extremely impressed with both of them. The last day, they have the size, they have the power, but they also have the individual skills in terms of their passing and their running games. They're 2 excellent second rows.
Yeah, we saw them on the hoof making breaks. It's nearly like having 2 big versions and having 5 back rows, but 2 of them are very big.
Exactly, yeah, and they're they've got big engines. You know, I think Baird was looking to run the length with about 69 minutes gone on the clock. So he certainly has an engine for a second row.
Today's referee, Paul Haycock. Beautiful sunshine in Donnybrook. Still some signs of the snow from the weekend lying around the ground. It really was a great effort by the ground staff to get the pitches available yesterday and today.
You guys ready to go?
Belvedere will kick off, playing from left to right. David Lacey with ball in hand. Haycock blows the whistle. And the second semi-final is underway. Blackrock awaiting the winners of this one in the final to be played on March 18th.
Wait.
Gilson gets a good box kick away. There's a good chase. Ball just bobbled around, well recovered by Belvedere College. Quick recycling. The St. Michael's defensive line up quickly, cutting off the passing option. Belvedere looking for the big men to make some important meters. Luke Harmon with the carry on that occasion.
This is an impressive defensive set from Michaels. Belvo playing a lot of ball, but they're not actually going anywhere. A good turnover there by Michaels.
Yeah, the pass just not sticking. Aaron Coleman would make a good half break. And Michaels now opportunity, first time really with ball in hand. That's been stolen. Not legally though.
It's a very good start, even from their exit off the kickoff. They controlled, they exit, got a good competition in the air, and then they just held Belvo out. They were very clear in their defensive line. They got good structure, came off the line and got a turnover. Really good play.
David Moran's fan touch just across the halfway line.
Just wait. I've got 2 balls on the pitch. Wait. Just get rid of that ball. Wait.
Clean win in the line out. Ball quickly through the hands. Short pass in midfield. Belvedere defence up to that surge and over the ball quickly. That's a great turnover.
5 back, 5. Don't come in there like that.
Got over the ball really well there. It was actually the centre. Really good play there by Matthew Grogan getting over the ball. That's what they have. They've got Belvedere, they've got really good guys who get over the ball all across the park, not just the back row.
All good. You at the front? That's going to be a mark there. Take it straight.
Ball turned over at the line out. Belvedere went to the front, St. Michael's, as if they knew the call. They got up at the front, got hands into it. Box kick again from Gilson, and great height on that one, maybe just a little bit too much distance. Belvedere, oh, that's a great kick. That's a beauty.
David Lacey there, really good positioning in the backfield. Not a whole lot of grass for him to aim at. Pin perfect.
Belvedere have a good foothold now. St. Michael's defensive line out.
So that's where you are here. Put on your ball, make your gap. Stay. Move back. Stay.
St. Michael's just showing some of that power. And Belvedere now on the front foot, surging forward, ball carrier driven backwards. Gilson back to Moran, who didn't have a lot of room to work with there, but he's found a great touch past the 22. Deep in the in-goal area.
You guys are on the line.
Both sides just feeling each other out at the moment in the first 4 minutes. Belvo are slightly on top here. They've got an opportunity. Michaels haven't really gotten out of their half. They need to capitalise on this pressure. Important that they try and get score on the board. As I said, plant that seed of doubt in the Michaels' mind.
That's at the 15.
Belvedere win at the back. Little peel off the base of the line out, doesn't work out. Little handling error.
Can't afford those inaccuracies at line out time. You've got a good foothold in terms of position on the pitch. You're not going to get Michaels. I don't think they're going to give you very many opportunities. You have to try and capitalise when you get them.
It's a pity for Belvedere after that great kick to set up good field position. Just letting St. Michael's creep out.
Just come up. On the far side, I need a bit of space for you to go into, okay? So both of you just keep that space, all right? You're too close. Let's go again.
Michaels spread out, backline spread the whole way across the pitch. Plenty of green space in the backfield to cover. David Lacey's back there on his own.
Well, it's a pick off the base of the scrum from Dan O'Donovan. St. Michael's trying to eke out some meters up the narrow side.
That's fine.
It's been turned over here. Oh, crunching tackle coming in from Ryan Baird. Ball's gone loose, turned over, advantage over, call from the referee. Pass just not quite reaching the wide man for St. Michael's, but they edge on towards that 10-metre line. Belvedere defensive line in retreat. Healy with the carry.
Hands off, Black! Hands off, Black! Leave it, come there, leave it, Black, leave it.
Belvedere really putting a focus on the breakdown. They're after getting a couple of turnovers already.
Oh, space opens up for Baird. Needs to look for support now, tries the handoff. Brilliant tackle by Lacey.
No.
Moran tries the crossfield kick, it's hanging up there. Oh, fingertips to it, goes away to touch. Touch judge says Belvedere last hand to touch at St. Michael's throat.
Good again, that man Baird been impressive with it. He's been so impressive throughout the competition. You fancied his chances there with one-on-one with Lacey. Fantastic last man tackle there from Lacey in the backfield. And unlucky that crossfield kick. Good space there. Just went up just a bit too high for the winger over this side.
David Lacey back on his feet. Brave tackle from him against the rather enormous Ryan Baird.
Time on.
Michael's first venture into the Belvedere half. They themselves trying to get a score on the board early.
Are we in?
Oh, the line out throw just not straight enough.
Scrum called.
Belvedere off with the scrum.
It's obviously a tactic of Belvedere's to really focus on the breakdown, slow the Michael's ball down so they can't create that tempo and play with that width that they like to play with.
A little bit of a shunt from St. Michael's and they're told to hold.
That's a good hold when I called it. It's just come 45. It's the same scrum.
That's from turning before the ball comes out.
There's
Paul
a lot of
Hiccup
movement
wants it
here before the
reset.
ball comes in. We're going to sit unless you can get steady. Crunch! Bind! Set! Let's go!
Well, St. Michael's wrapped the ball up. Tackle is there, did it go forward? Belvedere somehow recycled, but it's bobbling around awkwardly now. That came off a shin, that's okay. St. Michael's support is sure there was a knock on. Oh, now the whistle blows. 2 fumbles there, you think that had to be something, Johnny?
Yeah, it's all a bit helter-skelter at the moment. Kind of a bit like a boxing match. Both teams kind of sussing each other out with each other's jabs, but they're just not, no one's really pulling any punches just yet.
I'll watch for it, but he hasn't. I'll watch for it. Let's go.
Well, how crucial will the first score be in this game? 9 minutes gone. No real sign of a score just yet.
Bind! Set!
Well, St. Michael's all lined up on this left-hand side. In from the right wing came Mark O'Brien, but he was lined up and well tackled. Ball is there for St. Michael's. Gilsonen comes down the narrower side again. Dan O'Donovan, good strong carry from the number 8. He's been driven to the touchline. Belvedere using that.
No, I've enough here.
The touchline as the extra defensive man there. Well,
Really good play there. First of all, a really good read by Mulvaney in the middle of the park off first phase.
Yeah, well, they're all here. Everybody else.
You can see it, Donovan here gets good go forward ball.
Let's come in, Black, please. Let's go. Yeah, I don't care.
Aaron Coleman gets in on the ball, drags him out. Really good play by the loose forward.
And Belvedere win clean ball at that line out. First receiver bashing into space. The ball now back. Belvedere looking to run the ball out from their 22. Alex O'Grady just had to check and wait for the pass, expecting his teammate to kick. He's ready for the chase. Received the pass instead. Belvedere still have it, but struggling to make some ground. Maybe they can here now. Whoa. Went close to an intercept.
Tackle release!
Lacey using his upper body strength to get himself to ground there, avoid the choke tackle. He was a little bit isolated.
Release,
Balled himself and his team. Precious few seconds. How's it go forward ball here for Belvedere? Pass didn't quite stick. Caught at the second attempt. And then that's just the momentum goes.
We were speaking earlier on about
four.
Michael's attack game. Actually, at the moment, it's their defence that is giving them the foothold so far. They've got really good line speed, they've got good line set, and they're just repeated efforts, up and back. Creates that isolated incident there for Scott Penny to get in over the ball. Great opportunity to get 3 points.
David Ryan, the captain, will have the shot at goal.
I don't want everybody coming in and shouting at everybody, all right?
This is a real boost for a side, Johnny, to get a score from turnover like that.
Yeah, and Belvedere looking to play out. Michael's just looked very comfortable in terms of their defensive sets there. Really nice opportunity here now just to settle yourselves into the game. 12 minutes gone. Just get those first points on the board.
David Ryan just steadies himself. Sends that on its way. Kicks it low. Touch judges have a little bit of a look. Stay to the left-hand side and wide.
Bit of a nervy flight on that ball in terms of where the connection of the kick was.
Just get rid of that behind
no real flow to the game just yet.
One stay behind, okay? Stay behind, Black.
And all this suits Belvedere. Suits their smarts, their control, the tempo. This all just suits Belvedere the way it rolls. Michaels will need to try and get a score on the board and just get themselves settled in. Otherwise, that doubt can grow within a side.
Oh, good return of the restart. St. Michael's past the 10-metre line. Penny pulls the ball back to Moran. Quickly through the hands. Oh, lovely work. Nice release. Cosgrave to Smith. Belvedere got defenders there in time, and the ball across the touchline. Player, though, was illegal, came in from the side. Penalty.
Really good play there. Exceptional hands down the left-hand side. There, that's the attack prowess that they have. First of all, you see a Donovan carry, really good physical carry. And then here, fantastic hands down the edge. Putting the winger into space down the left-hand side. Really, really good play.
Just wait.
Well, David Moran has set up the platform with that penalty. Won by Ryan Baird. Well, St. Michael's get the mould moving. They're buzzing forward here. Belvedere struggling to stop the momentum. It's a really long, clean maul. Baird goes himself for the line. Held up, just driven away. So he had to look at the line, thought about stretching for it. Presented the ball. Now St. Michael's are in, surely. No, just short of that line. Haycock had a good look at it. The pass goes infield. First carrier can't quite make it. Baird goes again. Good leg drive from him. Again, the line was just so tempting. Gets it and slips under the tackle. Super score from St. Michael's. No more than they deserve.
Really good play there at line out time. They set up a maul and a shift drive. got really good ball presentation there. Baird unlucky not to score off the break off. And then O'Donovan was very, very close. Really good sniping run there by Gilson to get in the corner, to get in just about 15 yards in from the touch. Really, really good play.
Yeah, got his body nice and low to slip under the tackle. Dive for the line. Gets the congratulations from his teammates. And St. Michael's have the lead. 15 minutes gone. First score of the game goes to St. Michael's. Conversion to come.
Should settle the nerves now. 15 minutes into the game, really good time to get a score, and they just need to keep building pressure. Big kick here for Ryan, just to settle himself.
Didn't quite catch hold of the penalty attempt a few moments ago. That's a better strike. Pings it straight between the uprights, 2 points added, and St. Michael's have a 7-point lead.
It's the variety they have in attack, to be able to go hands down the edge, and then also like that to play multi-phase in the 22 with power. And then you got someone like Gilson that can slip in underneath tackles. Good play, good patience in green zone as well.
Important 5 minutes coming up now for Belvedere. Feel they need to get the next score. Good clean gather just on the 22 and 10 metres made in the return carry. Gilson and the try score sends up a huge box kick, and it's fallen to St. Michael's. Good chase from them.
Okay, it was knocked on, and then you've come in from the wrong side, so there's no advantage. Scrum.
Belvedere deemed to have knocked the ball on when it was fumbled in the catch effort.
Really good exit there. Gilson has had an impressive first 15 minutes. Good pressure, putting Byron, creating that pressure to put Byron under that pressure in the backfield.
Yeah, it was a very tricky one to take, swirling around in the breeze.
So important. You see it with Ireland and Conor Murray's box kicks, be able to give a chaser a chance, or put that doubt in the receiver's mind that he's under pressure, just like there. Really, really good play.
It's like a contact lens problem, maybe.
Just make sure you're back 10 on lineouts. The touch edges will have it, so just look for them, right?
Dan O'Donovan, I think, the one who's receiving attention over there.
Really good opportunity for Michaels to have a first phase attack just inside the 10-metre line. I feel if they score here, they could open up. It's one of those ones where Michaels really, they like to go through the gears throughout the game. You know, if they can kick on now, if it can become a 12, 14 point game, they really can just let flow.
Yeah, another score for St. Michael's here would be a severe blow for Belvedere, you think. Belvedere have had a couple of visits to St. Michael's 22, but didn't come away with any score.
Set!
Well, the little short pass didn't quite work out. On that occasion, ball thrown into midfield. No advantage accruing. Back to go for the knock-on. Scrum for Belvedere.
Lucky there, they're just trying to run a tight shoulder ball into that space. Ball just gets knocked on in the tackle. Plenty of options here in terms of kick space in the back. Cosgrove's pretty isolated in the backfield here if they want to. Belva want to kick out.
Belvedere, they all committed to this open side, look to create some space. St. Michael's defence, though, well organised again. Now Belvedere go to the air. Cosgrave has to go quite a distance. Opts to let that ball bounce, but it's set up very nicely for him. And he sees plenty of grass. His opposite number, Lacey. Ran crossfield and let it go into his 22. Now slightly caught in two minds. Tries a grubber kick through, putting his teammates under a bit of pressure here. Belvedere got the support there just in time to prevent the steal, but it's a lovely little handoff and half break. And again, Belvedere spot that there's little space behind. That's a super kick. Moran just got fingertips to it. The bounce almost foxed him, but he had plenty of time to settle himself and find a great touch.
Really good play there by Belvedere. You thought David Lacey was kind of a bit indecisive in the backfield. Then the back row get back, help him. A couple of really good carries down the edge, and then a fantastic kick there by the 9, Lysett, to find some grass and put Moran under pressure.
Don't forget, we'll have full live coverage of this final of the Leinster Schools Senior Cup on March 18th at 2 p.m. Belvedere looking to open up something. Good flat passes. Again, the St. Michael's defence, well organised. Ball floated wide here. Double tackle comes in, but Belvedere into the 22. They need quick ball here. They have it. Again through the hands. Can they catch the St. Michael's defence off guard? The ball is ripped and back. Taken illegally. Penalty. Opportunity here for Belvedere just to get something on the board.
Really good play there, good hit-up play in the middle of the field, off a 5-man line out, and then some really good hands down the edge. Winger just comes in slightly here, as you can see, comes in off his wing. Great pass. Puts Lockray down in loads of space down the right-hand side.
Nice little roll from Lockray as well. Just made the presentation of the ball a bit easier. Belvedere are going to have a shot at goal. David Lacey with this opportunity. Just a little bit of pressure on the young man's shoulders here. Rather, and that won't help. Now has to have the ball held. Always a distraction for the kicker. Nicely struck.
Good confident strike there. As I say, someone hold the ball, not easy. That was an impressive passage of play by Belvedere. Showed that they have variety to their attack as well. Bit of power up the middle, and then really nice hands down the edge.
Yeah, good response for Belvedere College. Moore with the restart. It's Belvedere, or St. Michael's College 7, Belvedere College 3. St. Michael's penalised again, not rolling away after the tackle.
Exactly what you want off a kick-off after you score. An opportunity to exit. And off this penalty, you're going to get a good position, good position gain in terms of field position. Another opportunity to launch a really good attack off line out like the last one.
Good kick from Lacey, takes play halfway between the 22 and the halfway line in the St. Michael's half.
Take that space.
Oh, throw not at all straight, but St. Michael's reacted first. A little short pass into the hands of Scott Penny. And Belvedere have effected a good choke tackle here. Maul is cold, ball not coming out. Belvedere turn it over.
Relax. Brought in by Blue.
Great play there by Byron and Coleman, getting in over the ball, holding him up.
Yeah, Scott Penny will claim he got his knees to the ground, but it was after the call came from the referee that it was a maul. Good opportunity here now for Belvedere College on the 10-metre line, but bang at the centre. They can go either side.
Lads, we're right in on top of each other. Let's just give ourselves space. If we need to do it at the setup, let's do it there.
Check numbers here in the right, because he can run an 8-9 peel out to create that extra man. Belvo gone for a 4-2 split, 4 on the left, 2 on the right.
Jody Booth on the blind side, number 6 for St. Michael's. Will have to be alert here if Belvedere do come to the right.
Set. Hold it, Blue.
Yeah, that's exactly the way Belvedere go. The pass away. Well, the tackle was coming up. St. Michael's read it well. Belvedere holding on to possession. Good strong pass from Lycett. Really moves the ball away quickly. Now is there space here. Ball just thrown out of the tackle. And Lacey's in the line. He's done very well.
A couple of really good defensive reads on the edge by St. Michael's.
A little sniping run from Lycett. No scrum half now. There's a pick and drive. Belvedere player got back to his feet, but he was held in the tackle.
There is actually space out there in terms of where Belvedere are trying to go, but it's those defensive reads on the edge by the wingers, O'Brien and Smith, that are stopping the ball getting past. A bit of can be a risky play if you don't stop the ball. You are leaving space in behind, but it's working so far. Yeah. Closing the gate very well.
The last couple of seasons, that's where Belvedere were very strong, getting around the outside against sides, but St. Michael's have done plenty of homework.
Yeah. They just look very comfortable defending. They've only had one line break that led to Belvedere's penalty, but other than that, they do look very comfortable. They're getting a good line set, a good line speed coming off every time.
Now David Moran has a chance to set up some field position here. That's a huge kick from Moran. Takes play almost to the 22.
Really, really good kick. Forwards love to see that. Fill their lungs, get set. Give them an opportunity to maul again.
Line out throw taken quickly, not exactly straight, but it's worked out okay for St. Michael's.
Backwards.
Belvedere putting a little bit of pressure on at ruck time.
Nope.
St. Michael's managed to recycle. Gilson gets it away once again. Booth. Taken low, the ball is there. Moore, lovely little flat pass. Ball wasn't flat enough. Referee perfectly placed, calls the forward pass. Chris Cosgrave slipped through a gap.
Really nice line there. Just the delay on the pass was just that small bit too long. He ends up running in front of the ball.
Stand up. He has to have something to hit on, so don't hide your shoulder underneath his shoulder. Make sure you're open. Okay, don't hide your shoulder under his. Okay. Well, you were fine where you stood. Come back. That's it.
A few words to the front rows from Paul Haycock. Scrum will reset.
The dark arcs. No one really knows what goes on in there once they get in contact.
No, 7.
A little bit of indiscipline from St. Michael's, trying to take out the scrum half. So what would happen in a rugby match if a front row forward became a referee, I wonder?
He'd just be calling knock-ons and forward passes all the time. There'd be about 400 scrums. Front row boys, I don't know what it is, but they love a scrum.
Yeah, a long way to the touchline, Lacey's found. Touch 5 metres inside his half.
Keep that space 6, just kind of half a step from here. Yeah.
Belvedere will be quite happy with the way this game is going now, I think, Johnny.
Yeah, I would think, you know, Belvedere's tactic is to stay with Michaels the whole way through, and if you're within a score towards the end, try and take that opportunity if you create one at the end. But yeah, you'd be happy where they're at now. Michaels certainly haven't opened up just yet.
Oh, good work for the rolling maul there for Belvedere. But again, in close quarters, just a little bit of crossing, obstructing the tackler. Straight in front of the eyes of the referee. You see it here again.
The forwards won't be happy with the back line there. They get really good go-forward ball off a maul. They end up turning over, giving Michaels another shot in there, 22.
Yeah, soft penalty to give away. It's cost Belvedere 40 metres or so.
Space.
It's just Michaels are so good, you don't need to give them any kind of leg ups, you know. You have to try and make sure that you're as accurate as possible and make them earn what they get.
Oh, their maul was very effective. Lovely off out again. Baird took and then got clear. Rejoins to carry the ball at the base.
Same maul.
St. Michael's go a little bit disrupted now.
You can't pull it down, this man here. Still a maul, you can't pull it down.
Belvedere penalised for pulling down the maul.
Captain, discipline in here, please. Just discipline.
Interesting decision here in terms of corner or post.
Well, they fancy the maul now. That's for sure. Moran goes for the corner. 5 metre line out.
Big defensive set here needed by Belvedere. They have to try and counteract that maul.
Stay off if it's a maul.
Oh, Barron finds his man Baird.
Leave the leg, leave his leg.
Baird stays in this time. Classic set. Belvedere committing lots of numbers. It's just crabbing sideways.
That's once.
Here comes the shove now. David Moore in the out half is in there helping.
Use it.
The referee shouting at St. Michael's to lose it. They come to the narrow side. Is the space there? Yes, it is. Jay Barron gets in to score.
Simple one-pass play in the end. When backs end up joining a maul, it just tightens the whole defensive line up. And then you see Paul Haycock, the referee, very clear in his communication. Use it. You see him talking there. Just a one-pass play.
Yeah, good finish from Jay Barron. St. Michael's confidence in their maul, confidence in their line-out pays off.
Exactly now, 5 minutes before half-time. You know, you really need Belvo big few minutes off this kick-off. They need to try and get something back before half-time. You don't want to let Michaels build a lead because they're just so comfortable out in front.
David Ryan, 1 from 2. Is that one good? That's an excellent kick. For a moment thought it might just swing right at the uprights, but it's a great kick from Ryan. Stretches the score to 16 points. It's a 13-point lead. 3 minutes to go to the break. What a brilliant time to get a score for St. Michael's.
Lovely flight on that ball, really good connection. If they can control and exit here now, get in at half-time, 16-3 up, we'll be very happy.
And the pressure showing. Belvedere kicked the ball dead. Straight to touch. St. Michael's leading 16 points to 3. Back they come to halfway.
Captain, what do you want? Scrum
It's
call.
just not what you need after conceding a score.
Step off the mark, that's going to be the middle.
giving the opposition the ball back middle of the pitch. As I said before, toughest place to defend is a back line. Michaels have a set up, two to the left, two to the right, and then two in behind the scrum.
Bind. Set.
Oh, lovely pass into space. Well worked move. Cosgrave racing away. Brilliant tackle by Lacey. Cosgrave just managed to get back to his feet when the second tackle came in. Healy driving Ryan Baird on his shoulder. Ball is there for Gilson. Goes to the blind side. Just trying to use quick hands. St. Michael still have possession. Back to the 22 now. Moore. Or Moran rather, having a look at his options.
Fine.
They just need to get some back into some kind of shape, just control the ball for a second and then rebuild the tempo.
Belvedere have managed to slow it down a little bit, and they've managed to win the penalty. Well, that could prove crucial.
Fantastic break there by Chris Cosgrove, right up the centre of the pitch. Was probably, he could have looked to pass on the edge there. There was a man outside him.
A well-worked move. Is this one forward? Possibly a little bit.
Just had someone on his right hand there. I think it was it possibly Gilson in on the just on his right shoulder, carrying the ball in one hand. If shifted it back to two, might have made that pop. But really good first phase play.
Belvedere overthrow that one slightly. Well, went forward off a hand with the referee deciding 35 minutes have ticked by. There won't be time for any more blows. The half-time whistle.
Just a quick word on one of the standout performers on show today, St. Michael's number 5, Ryan Baird. As well as his work in the tight, you just have to look at the searing break he made in the first half, as well as the try he finished off against Clongowes in the quarter-final after an absolutely phenomenal run in the right touchline. To add all together, he makes plays that many second rows simply cannot make, and it's no surprise that people within the school say that he is more talent at this age than James Ryan had, which is a big compliment to pay any player. And at this stage, it looks like St. Michael's and the rest of Baird's teammates are well on their way to ending Belvedere's 3-in-a-row bid. So let's go back up to John and Johnny for the second half.
Thank you very much, Will. St. Michael's on the way back out for the second half. They lead by 14 points to 3. Probably stating the obvious here, Johnny, Belvedere have to score next.
Yeah, definitely. We were chatting at half-time that, you know, you can't let Michaels get ahead because they're just so comfortable in terms of leading. You have to stick with them. Hopefully then in the last 5-6 minutes they give you an opportunity and you take it. But you let them build a lead and they're just very, very comfortable.
Difficult for youngsters to put the scoreboard out of their mind, but Belvedere really need to have to just say it's 0-0, we have to score first.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they need to get their ball carriers like Byron, Penny, you know, on the ball and build that pressure, create that doubt. I've been talking about it a lot. If you create that doubt in Michael's mind, they might struggle because they've never been in that position before.
David Moran gets the second half underway. It's a blustering, swirling breeze here, but if it's favouring anybody, it's favouring Belvedere College. Well, there's a statement of intent right from the restart. What has Phil Wirihiko said to the players at half-time? Can Belvedere turn this one around? They're going for 3 in a row. The way things are at the moment, it's going to stop here at Donnybrook at the semi-final stage.
Step back.
They're starting this half with real intent.
Offside. Offside.
St. Michael's straying offside.
A couple of really big carries there early on. Obviously, Phil Warahiko's words have worked.
Lacey finds the touchline. Tap back, fumble around. St. Michael's, if they reacted quickest they have.
Hands off.
Baird kept the ball free. Beautiful offload. St. Michael's now first time they've had the ball since the start of the second half. What can they do with it?
Stay here.
Getting the ball all the way wide to the left-hand side. They can come all the way the other direction now. They decide to drive forward at the first carry, though. Almost up to the 10-metre line. Moran tries a little chip into space. Baird is after it. Oh, it might have been better to let that bounce. Just got fingertips to it.
Knock on.
He's probably better than a centre running in that position. You just see his carry there. You know, he's a nice low, really good aggressive carry, gets his arms free, and fantastic offload then to Scott Penny outside him.
Just needed that one to hang half a second longer, and it was into his grasp, and I could see him. It'll be a difficult job to stop him coming at pace at the 22 like that.
Certainly not what a fullback wants to see.
Hold it, Blue!
St. Michael showing their power there in the scrum. Lysop with a kick downfield. St. Michael's back in their own half, looking to counter-attack.
Step back, step back.
And getting numbers there, good commitment. Matthew Healy brought to ground just on halfway. Belvedere tackling ferociously, getting that line reorganised again.
Hands off, Rook!
Booth with a little carry now. Moran goes to the boot. As opposite number, David Lacey's underneath a safe catch, sees a bit of space. Has he found the touchline? It's a good crossfield kick. Cosgrave retreats.
Stand.
Had to hurry in the end, but he's found touch.
Then Belvo come out on top there in terms of position on the pitch. They win that kick battle. That's something that David Lacey's done very well. He's covered the backfield and he's put in a couple of really good kicks into those corners.
Well, Phil Warahiko has had a chance to speak to the players at the break. Now he can only watch. Oh, that tackle's a little bit high, is it? Seemed to be above the ball. Was it across the neck? Referee seems to be letting play go on.
Easy.
Good tackle by Matthew Healy. Belvedere, though, recycle.
Move 5.
This is more like it for Belvedere. More accurate.
Oh, there's almost a half break there. Good leg drive. Belvedere into the 22 now. Can they recycle and move it quickly here? Get the ball, hands to it. There's a penalty. Will it be something more? That was blocking it. Surely it was a try opportunity. It's a yellow card. Yeah, there's no mercy for even accidental knock-ons that block a try now. If you're anyway loose, it's going to be a card.
Certainly try scoring opportunity there. Probably better off just leaving that just at the height. It's unlikely that you're going to catch it. But again, Belvo there, they were more accurate. They had good, clean line-out ball. They got good aggressive carries around the corner. Byron then gets his hands on the ball in the middle of the field. Really good carry. Tries to get his hands free, decides not to offload, and then they create that space again.
Here we see it again.
On the line, 5.
Good presentation, just clear.
Belvedere win the ball from the line out. Set up the ball. Driving towards that line. Can they get it down? Oh, great work. And huge strength by Dan O'Donovan to somehow drive Belvedere back from that try line. And they win the turnover. Well, Belvedere seem to be motoring in for their try.
So important there from O'Donovan. The smarts that he gets on the ball. Well, you watch him here, he gets on the ball. He knows that he knows they're not going to score there, but when he gets on the ball, he doesn't let him go over the line, because if the ball gets over the line, it's a Belvo scrum. And here, there, he doesn't have to move. The ball's been created. Really big play there by Dan O'Donovan.
Crouch. Bind.
Well, a natural exit, not an option here for St. Michael's. David Moran is in the sin bin, the outside half.
We need a bit of space, all right? Just give yourself space.
Rob Gilson, very effective with the box kick, may take the kicking duty here.
Move it, but he can't pick it and bring it to his feet.
It's important for this 7-minute period now that Gilson takes control.
Crouch.
Moran gone off.
Bind. Nine.
Need to probably play a small bit more direct. Play off 9 predominantly.
Steady.
And try and get through the 7 minutes without conceding.
One black.
And
One
Belvedere
back,
can
straight
see the
across.
penalty at the scrum.
One straight across.
Big momentum shift in the overall context of the game there. To be able to hold out, get a penalty after conceding a line out on your own 5 there. And what a kick that is.
It was tempting for the Belvedere players, so they just couldn't get fingertips to it to keep it in play. All the way out to halfway.
On the line there, Black. I'll give you time. Every time.
Squeezed every last inch out of that kick.
A little bit of relief, I think, as well.
Yeah, in your mind, get out, get out, get out, get out.
In you go, 5.
Well, Belvedere compete, and they've turned it over in the line out. Have to make use of the advantage of the extra man.
Tackle, move! Step back.
Baird in with the important tackle, got out of the way quickly. Oh, good hands from Belvedere. Have they created a bit of space? It did for a moment, but the blue shirts got in to shut that down quickly. St. Michael's so quick to get that defensive line reorganized.
Hands off!
Really forces Belvedere to go with the first up carrier. Maybe they can move it through the hands and move it wide here. Oh, maybe one more pass would have done, but they're racing up to the 22. Grogan, great little break from him. St. Michael's competing on the ground. Referee said the ball was out. They've turned it over. Baird in to act as the scrum half. Belvedere tried to get hands to block it down, but it's away to the safety of the touchline. Desperate defence from St. Michael's, but they're holding that line tight.
Really good play again. You see that pullback pass creates that space. Good fen there.
Time off.
Here at the break, the ball just squirts out. Just a small bit inaccurate there. Ball just pops out. Michael's first to react, but really good play in terms of Belvedere. They're moving Michael's around. Some good carries off 9, and then have that numerical edge at the moment. So good pass, pullback play from Byron. Really good pass to Mara.
Fionn Finlay heading into the action, number 18.
They have to make this pressure count though. They have to get something while Moran's off the pitch.
St. Michael's coping well with the one-man deficit so far, and still conceding some decent field position here to Belvedere on the 22. Baird gets up to compete, did enough. St. Michael's win the ball, but they don't secure it. Belvedere penalty.
Both sides are kind of struggling a small bit at line-out time. Just need to be really secure there. They need to gather this ball and try and create something. Possibly go to maul or try and get down that 10 channel.
David Lacey just a little bit careless would be unfair to word, but just sort of didn't give it his full concentration. It's cost his side maybe 5 metres, but they're looking to work something down the tight side.
Tackle, release.
Ball carrier got his knees to the ground. St. Michael's have to release. Scrappy ball now for Belvedere, looking to set up another platform.
It's off the foot.
Again, the ball goes loose. Belvedere failing to control it. St. Michael's first onto it. They've turned it over again in close quarters to that try line. Have the opportunity to clear. Well, that's not a bad clearance, and the pressure he was under sliced a little bit, but he's found touch.
Very unlike Belvedere to have those, you know, that's twice the ball has popped out from a foot at ruck time. It's something they're really good at, kind of defensively and offensively at breakdown. They need to clean that up, that area, especially in green zone, releasing the pressure too easily.
Won by Jared Hill this time. They get into
9, that's stopped once.
Good shape, but they've been stopped once. Struggling to get any momentum going forward here. They learned from the last time. They don't want to let the ball carrier get out in front. The ball there again. Belvedere pick and drive. Ball nicely placed. Belvedere continuing with it tight. They're 10 metres out. Healy getting in low to make a good tackle. Well, now Belvedere go to the blind side. Have they created the extra man? Well, St. Michael's right in their faces, cutting off the passing option again. Belvedere had a second to regroup and catch their breaths. Ryan Baird, oh, what an incredible rip by him. Turned over.
Hands off!
His double effort there is fantastic. He rips the ball, they carry it, and then he's straight in into clear out next work. Really, really good play.
Scott Penny with a little carry, creating a easier kicking opportunity.
Use it!
Gilson looking for a bit of support and protection. We'll go back to the box kick. A super clearance from Gilson. That's brilliant defence.
Really good. Couple of really big plays defensively. But Donovan first, and you see here Baird, multi-phase, get in, rip the ball. And then you watch his double effort there on the ruck, straight in. First man, great clear out. Really, really good work.
St. Michael's have survived the sin bin without conceding anything in the score. They're still on the defensive though. Belvedere line out. It's been overthrown.
Backwards.
St. Michael's reacting quickly and securing possession. Look at that. Great leg drive.
7 move.
Dan O'Donovan eventually brought to ground, but he made it almost to the 10-metre line. What a pass from Baird. Lovely release off the ground of the tackle. St. Michael's driving on. How much energy of Belvedere used up in those efforts to try and get a score. The ball into Healy.
Hands off now, Ace.
Ball out the back line. Belvedere rushed up. There's a good crossfield kick. Oh, just bounced. It's a little bit too far ahead. Mark O'Brien did well to secure it. Booth this time. Carries held up just on the 22. Gilson and Moran. Baird is there. Quick hands. Healy takes the tackle, gets the pass away. Barron's going to get a second try. Touchdown. Well, what a turnaround. They silked up 5 minutes worth of pressure when they were a man down. And back to 15. They turn the screw a little bit further. Great score from St. Michael's.
That's just fantastic play. Comes off a turnover ball at line out time. Ball comes back. See that man Baird again. Releases the ball, and then here, really nice tip on to his second row partner Healy. Gets his hands free. What an offload out the back. That second row access is as good as I've seen for a long time. It's, you know, when you've got second rows that are able to do that, it's just very hard. It's like having 2 centres in your second row that you can play multi-phase with. Really, really good play. But it's their second and triple efforts in that phase. They're non-stop. They're always offering themselves for options. It's kind of relentless. That was a fantastic passage of play. Really, really good work by Michaels.
David Ryan, 2 from 3 in the first half. First one, that was his miss. It was a nervy one, but 2 good kicks after that. This one, difficult angle. tight to that touchline. Oh, that one's just hanging up in the breeze. It's St. Michael's now, 16 points in front.
Bench players coming on for Belvedere. That kind of closed the game out the last day against Newbridge. Different situation here. They need to try and turn the game back in their favour.
David Lacey all ready to restart. Lots of changes for Belvedere. We'll confirm those changes now. St. Michael's College 19, Belvedere 3 after Jay Barron's second try. "20 minutes to go in this game. Is there anything Belvedere College can do?" Gilsonen, a huge box kick. Byron comes forward, didn't quite get there. Lacey picked it up on the half volley. Not an easy thing to do.
Great pick up by Lacey there, clearing up the bouncing ball. He's had an impressive game today for me in the backfield.
They're rushing out of the line.
Hands off, Blue! Hands off now!
Just stopping the first up Belvedere ball carrier, making any progress. Another big hit. Booth this time. He's had a super game. Oh, the pass into space has been intercepted. Important tackle. Belvedere reacted quickly. Moran chips over the top. And Lacey is back there now on the turn. That's a superb kick on the turn. Hasn't found touch, but he's cleared halfway.
Great kick off his weaker left foot on the turn there. Really, really good skill.
Ball thrown into midfield. St. Michael's looking for something in open space. Crunching tackle comes in. Ball released out of the back of the hand. Booth retreating, fumble slightly, so it's not a knock-on. Scott Penny.
Hands off now, Black.
They're just getting around the outside shoulder, able to keep the momentum going forward. Kick through from Moran. Lacey is back there. No option really but to clear to touch. Sliced it a little bit, but it's taken play out near the 10-metre line.
He's had a good game today. He's been isolated a couple of times in the backfield, but he's covered a lot of ground. That kick off his left foot on the turn. Fantastic amount of distance on that. Again, Michaels there. They're just very comfortable in their defensive systems. They bring good line speed. You see, I think it was Mark O'Brien then pulls the line speed, gets in the passing channel, pops up with the ball.
Clock stopped. Players receiving some attention, stretching for cramp.
So yesterday, that was happening a lot yesterday. It's just the surface. Happened in the junior game again, this morning before this one. It's just the surface creates that lactic acid in your muscles.
Well, don't forget the final. You'll see live on Air Sport 1. That's on Sunday, March 18th at 2 p.m. Well, the pass just a little bit in front.
Yeah, I just
David Ryan unable to hold on to it.
Something further out of it, yeah.
Unlucky there. Just a couple inches too far in front of
give yourself space.
Ryan. Another midfield scrum. Belvedere gone for a 3-3 stack either side. See what they can create.
Well, Ted Walsh peels away the substitute scrum half. Gets the pass from Byron. Skip one on the line. Kind of defeats the purpose when you're trying to create an extra man. Ball squirts out backwards. With a call from the referee. Belvedere, slick hands, making some ground down that right wing side.
One move. There, 7. Move 2. Move 2.
Belvedere, have they created space? Ball thrown wide. Lacey.
Not held, fine. Five, release.
Lucky not to get that pass away. Just, again, good closing defender there on the edge.
Harmon coming close to the scrum half. Walsh just to get through, get ahead of the gain line.
Just get out of there, Blue. Move, tackler.
Score here for Belvedere, followed by another one quickly. Would make an interesting finish to this game. The St. Michael's defence has just looked too strong, and a huge tackle coming in from Ryan Baird. Belvedere getting the ball through the hands, but getting very close to that touch line and then forced across the line by powerful tackling from St. Michael's.
Scott Penny has impressed me today in terms of his work rate around the park. It's been a nuisance at the breakdown. Coming up with plays like that, hunting on the inside, pushing the defender into touch. They're making really good decisions on the edge of the line. Michaels, the wingers, O'Brien and Smith, when they close that passing channel or close on that man, they're just making it impossible to get that pass away. They did get caught once, but majority of the time, they've been really, really good.
Baird, the ball carrier, again getting some go forward ball for St. Michael's. And a monstrous clearance.
Just good control in their exits there. Good accuracy at line out time. Ball straight back to Moran. Ball off the park. Good exit, good control.
Numbers, fellas. Numbers. Five there, that's fine.
Yeah, and you just sense each clearance like that just saps another little bit of energy out of Belvedere.
Especially the way they play with their numbers off 9 and the runners off 9. It just, for the forward pack, it just can be a bit disheartening to run back again to try and rebuild an attack in the Michaels half.
Stay.
Tackle half slipped. Walsh goes on a little snipe,
7 moves.
wrapped up by 2 sky blue shirts. Oh, Byron showing great strength. Gets the pass away off his knees. Aaron Coleman rumbling into the 22. Belvedere have numbers there to perfect the clear out. Grogan driving down. Well, he's forced across the touchline. Flag is up, but there was a knock on as well.
Was it straight into touch?
For me, Barnes impressed me again. Belvedere number 8.
Was it touched?
Really good carries all the time. Fights for that extra yard. He certainly has the skills. He's been
you have an option of a
throwing balls out the back, and also
we'll have the scrum. We got a man down.
See there,
it will be a scrum there.
Balls off his knees, so he's been everywhere.
Andrew Smith will make way for Jeff O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin slipping straight in on the left wing.
Here we are. Scrum here. You're fine where you are. Stay.
Long pass to Ryan Baird. Couldn't step out of the tackle on that occasion.
Stay. No.
Gilson and back to Moran, who was under pressure. Belvedere aren't giving up here. Moran's found touch all right, but inside the 22.
Just a pass there from Gilson to Moran, just puts him on the outside of his body, which means he's opened up to a chaser. If he gets that ball on the inside, it's a much easier kick for him.
All there. At the back, blue step out. Blue step out, thank you.
And scrappy ball again, and St. Michael's turn it over at the line out. Jody Booth with a good carry, but he's been held up here. Scott Penny's received a bit of a knock. Belvedere get the bodies on top of the ball to prevent it coming back out.
Good choke there by Belvedere. Just getting underneath the ball.
Scrum here.
Again, it's just that line out. If they can manage to hold the ball at line out time, they'll build a platform to try and create something in green zone. It's just letting them down at crucial times.
Bind! Set!
Belvedere committing everybody to the right-hand side. There's a big blind side, but they're ignoring it. The scrum is all broken up, so I want that reset.
Stood up, same scrum. Same scrum. No, both sides are stood up thinking that's it. Hold the push. It didn't go a metre and a half. Let's go, boys, let's go.
And resets, suiting the side with the lead here, of course, St. Michael's. The clock ticks on and on. Just over 10 minutes left in this game.
Set! Stay 7 blue.
Oh, good work, Grogan into space. There's many either side here. Times his pass, Lacey on his shoulder. He gets the try down. And St. Michael's showing commitment. The tackle still came in as Lacey was well across the line. But Belvedere get a try. Is it a lifeline? 10 minutes to go.
Really good first play here. The decoy runner out the back, you see, he just drags the attention. A nice, good, really good short line there by Mulvaney. A nice tip off. He needs to be careful about it. He's putting the ball down, but he got it down anyway. I don't think he realised that Michael's defender was putting him under that much pressure, but good play. There's an opportunity here now. You get this over, you've got 10 minutes to score twice.
Yeah, David Lacey almost helped over the dead ball line before he got it grounded. Now will attempt to convert his own try. Not vitally gets this one. Belvedere still need to score twice, but it'll be a real boost to his side. They'll get to double figures on the scoreboard. It'll just look that little bit closer. Would also mean a penalty or drop goal might be enough if they get close. What a kick from Lacey! Players often place kickers especially get accused of trying that little bit harder when it's their own try, but a brilliant kick from Lacey, and 9 points now the margin.
So he's deserved that. He's been impressive controlling the backfield. He's covered a lot of ground. Nice for him to get a run in and put that in. There's a chance now. I do feel that they need to get that score in the next, certainly within the next 4 or 5 minutes.
St. Michael's 19, Belvedere 10. Good exit from the restart from Belvedere. They have to believe and they have to stick with their game plan.
Ross, just take it off the step. Black, go on the line.
Need to get numbers up here, trying.
You're on the line.
Try and put the Michael's line in under pressure. It has had a couple of shaky moments.
Stay.
Yeah, Booth rises and wins.
That's fine, first man.
Oh, it looked like the maul was rumbling forward, but Belvedere have stolen the ball here. And recycle quickly, the lovely pop-up pass. Is there support?
No hands, no hands.
Good decision from Belvedere not to throw the risky one. There's no need to panic yet.
Hands off now!
Mark Hernan in and they're attempting to steal. Belvedere come again. Stopped on the 22. Pick and go. Lovely little pop-up pass to Coleman. Gets his feet away from the touchline. Clever play on Belvedere Rumble. They've the bit between the teeth now. They're in front of the supporters. Listen to the noise at Donnybrook. Big tackle coming in from Healy. Belvedere move it infield.
Release through.
Lee Barron with the tackle. Ryan Baird supporting. Belvedere trail by 9. Do they have the confidence to think about a drop goal in 3? They look to go a bit further. Big tackle. Michaels up so quickly. Great line speed.
7 off now.
Belvedere still have possession and options either way. They're all lined up to the left though. They're sticking with the big man.
They have numbers here out left if they can use it.
Well, they have the penalty, not releasing St. Michael's. And St. Michael's take the 3 points. Belvedere, surely that's the decision. Get it under 7.
Really good play. It comes from a line out there where Michael set up the maul. Belvo stood off, came in, ripped the ball at the back of the maul, and then really good play up to that. They just lifted. That try has just given them a small bit of positivity around what they're trying to do, and they've just lifted their intensity levels.
Good work from the bench as well. I just heard the referee say the kicking tee has been sent on. You have to let the shot it go. The bench making sure, the adults making sure that the teenagers weren't going to panic and do anything foolish. I think they're right to take the 3.
Oh yeah, you have to get it within under 7. This is what we said from the start. If you can be within 7 with 5 minutes to go against Michaels, you have a shot. They're in a place now where they haven't been before in this competition. You create that doubt, but you might only get one opportunity. You have to take it when you get it.
David Lacey not wasting any time. He's kicked that a long way. Almost into the bar. The Bective Pavilion. But we've a game on our hands now. Just under 6 minutes to go. The Belvedere supporters believe. Do the 15 on the field believe?
They have to try and play out now. They don't need to do anything different. They just need to play within the structure, get those ball carriers like Byron on the ball, get some front football and play from there. This is exactly what they wanted. All week I'd say to them saying, be within 7 with 5 minutes to go and let's see what Michaels are made of.
Well, looking to run the ball out from deep. Penny with the rush-up tackle, support coming from Jack Boyle. Bungles the Belvedere ball carrier backwards. Oh, flat pass. Belvedere running the risk of getting isolated, but they protected the ball on this occasion. Penny again with a huge tackle. How much energy is left in either side? Ball's gone loose in the tackle. 2 knock-ons. They'll go back for the first one. Scrum St. Michael's.
Big shot and contact there.
Time's off. Just give him some space.
Unlucky from Brogan and just gets hit as he catches the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And that clock is correct at the moment. If that clock changes, I'll let you know. If it changes, I'll let you know. Okay?
That's Penny on the ground. He's had a fantastic game. Put himself about.
Well, he covered a lot of ground in that passage of play. 2 huge tackles along the way.
It's over to Belvo's defence now to try and get the ball back.
Well, the St. Michael's supporters still all smiles. Their side are leading, but they've been asked some serious questions here. St. Michael's pack were into a huddle while Penny was receiving some attention. It's back to his feet gingerly. Belvedere weren't really gathered so close. How much energy has it taken out of Belvedere to get back in touch here? 10 points in the last 5 minutes or so. Can't afford to concede a try with the way St. Michael's have played. If they can get one move flowing here, it could finish this game and send them to the ODS on March 18th. Here they come. It's the captain, Ryan. Gets over the gain line.
Stay.
Oh, St. Michael's pack have waited back where the scrum was. They're lining up here. They go to Baird. The big talisman.
Stay in. Use it!
Just smart play here from Michaels now. Going into their power game, getting their ball carriers. Big ball carriers on the ball.
Step back. I'll referee it if it is.
Leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Another little pick and go from there. They've made it up to the 22. Sensible play from St. Michael's. Good control. Very difficult for Belvedere to do anything. The Belvedere players know they can't afford to give away a penalty. It's game over if they do. Oh, it's game over if the penalty is kicked. Well, good work, Belvedere. They get the penalty. 3 minutes left in the clock.
I know, but be very careful.
Just that latch that when they were on those pick and goes. That latch, that man wasn't given any daylight for the defensive team to try and get in and get on the ball.
Well, Lacey's got under it a little bit. Holmes kept it in superbly. Incredible work. Chris Cosgrave. Well, that's a champagne movement if keeps St. Michael's in the cup. Scott Penny, well, he was getting treatment a moment ago for cramp. Looks like he's back full of energy. Baird picks it off his toes. Intercept! St. Michael's just react in time. The ball hung up a moment too long, but Belvedere have it now. Looking for some space. Intercept, but it's offside. Penalty. Ball thrown away. I don't think 10 metres is going to make a whole lot of difference here. We're heading towards the final play of the game.
This is the moment they wanted. They have to execute now. Hopefully Lacey can put the ball in deep in the 22. They're going to have to try and create something off line out, but they have to get their line out right. It's let them down a couple of times today. As we said, the whole way throughout commentary, if you get one opportunity in the last 5 minutes, you're going to have to take it. This is their chance.
And this is something you just can't coach kids for really. At professional level, you can have them every day, all day, maybe, but you got to remember these guys are teenagers, and well, they'll never have been in a situation like that before in their lives.
It's great for them though, the whole thing. It's just what the competition is about, these last 2 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. It's probably about 5 seconds fast.
Belvedere supporters struggling with the tension here. The heroes on the field have given everything. Can they get one more score? Can they get it close enough to the uprights to allow David Lacey to convert? Lacey with the penalty, and it's a beauty. 8 metres out.
That's a great kick, and you see just in front of the Belvo past pupils. Forwards walking in here, filling their lungs, ready for a big last 90 seconds. This is the chance. You'd fancy Lacey to get the kick as well, even if it is out that wide the way with the game he's had.
Belvedere advance for the line out. Is it the final throw of the dice? Wisely they go to the front.
Back.
St. Michael's, good defence of the ball, first attempt, but here come Belvedere. Coleman is carrying, they've wisely moved the ball back. On they go, Belvedere have the momentum here, driving towards the line, they're driving towards the post. Belvedere over for the try. Unbelievable effort. Somehow, Belvedere back, the crowd is going absolutely wild in Donnybrook. And it looks like it's Lewin Byron, the captain, as it came up with the ball. Maybe not. There's still a kick to come for David Lacey. The clock is ticking on. He can use a minute. It may well be the last kick of the game. He's off picture at the moment. He's taking a good long drink of water. St. Michael's players can only watch and hope. Oh, what a finish to this game. Belvedere trailed 14-3 at half-time, 19-3 after Jay Barron's try. And now they've battled their way back. And Lacey, well, he's kicked 2 penalties. He's kicked a conversion. This one to keep the 3 in a row alive for Belvedere, the hope of the 3 in a row. He's just a little bit to the right of the posts. The clock has ticked past 70. This is the final action of the second semi-final. Belvedere await.
Yeah!
The kick from Lacey is good. Belvedere snatch it in the final moment. Paul Haycock blows the final whistle. Well, Phil Warahiko has been fairly emotionless throughout the game. I can see him down there now. There's a little smile on his face. David Lacey, nothing from him. He's got ice in his veins. And the Belvedere supporters, they just can't believe it. What a fight back, Johnny.
This was an incredible performance, last 15-20 minutes from Belvedere. Unbelievable. And the biggest thing you can take from this is Ruan Byron is out there at the moment and he's telling all his players to calm down. And you see him, he's just like, we haven't won anything, all we've done is won a semi-final and we're going to a final. Incredible to see that from someone that's been on the last 2 cup teams to win, but what a game. It was unbelievable. And as we said from the minute we were on air, all Belvedere needed was if they got one opportunity in the last 5 minutes, be within a score, create that doubt, and then execute that opportunity. That's what they've done. Fantastic, really good. You have to say fair play to the bench. The bench was unbelievable. Those 5 lads that came on the last 15 minutes, they really changed the game.
Yes, 5 subs came on in one go, and what a difference they made. And great to see the 2 sets of players down there sportingly shaking hands. David Hawkshaw out there. Belvedere have missed him, but they've pulled together a super side, a great bench. They have a great 23. Well, they can hardly believe it. They were really in the depths of things at 19-3 down. We thought if they didn't score first after the half-time break, they were goosed. But despite Jay Barron's super try, Belvedere just built something in the last 10 minutes. 16 points adrift. They got their try, wisely took the penalty to get it under 7 points, and just showed incredible maturity.
In maturity beyond their years. They have incredible mental strength and resilience to show that they were down 19-3, and everyone will accept Michaels are the best team in terms of quality in this competition. That's just fact. But today, the mental strength of Belvedere kept them in the game. They never stopped believing for 1 second that they were going to win, that they were going to win, and it showed they got that opportunity and they took it.
We'll throw you down to Will.
I'm joined by Belvedere College captain Ruan Byron. Ruan, possibly one of the most dramatic finishes in the history of the school senior cup. How did you pull that off?
Yeah, we just tried to keep to our systems today. We let them in the first half, giving them scores, so we just wanted to try to push on with our own systems in the second half.
Keep to your systems, you sound very professional, but at 19-3 down, you must have been thinking, how are we going to dig this in? And especially to maul over the line at the end showed unbelievable character.
Yeah, I suppose we try to work as one group, so when it came to a maul, the lads stuck together and held it out for that at the end, so it was great to see, but we've one more to go on to now, so we'll build from today, learn from our mistakes.
And was there any words of wisdom you gave the team, after you kicked that penalty when you knew you needed that converted try?
No, they were a mature bunch of lads, so they all kept to themselves. We just wanted to keep the heads of the lads, so if we could do that, we thought we might have a chance.
Great stuff, Ruan, thanks.
Very much, cheers.
I'm joined by Belvedere College head coach Phil Warahiko. Phil, you're one of the coolest men on the ground when that final whistle went. Just one fist pump, but my lord, what an unbelievable game of rugby.
Yeah, well, during the first half, we made enough mistakes in one period that we tried to avoid, and every time we made mistakes, Michaels were good enough to capitalise on those mistakes. And at half time, we just had to try and settle down and just focus on ball retention and try and take away some of that tempo from Michaels, because they were obviously very confident at that point. And I thought we were achieving it in that first part of the second half, but then it sort of got away from us. But we just always stick at it, and we brought on our bench, and our bench seemed to bring a bit of stability and brought some energy, and they just kept ticking away, just because that no given attitude, which has become part of Belvedere.
Yeah, it's become a bit of a cliche that your Belvedere teams just know how to win tight games, but there's no other explanation for how they were able to turn something like that around so late on. Like, what stood out for you in the last 10 minutes when they clawed that back?
I think with just the calmness, we just talked about just ball retention, hold on to the ball as often as long as we could. We felt we never were able to put any pressure on Michaels because we'd lose the ball after 2 or 3 phases, and we managed to get a little bit of momentum, and then some of the lads that went out there, particularly the bench, they were able to manipulate a little bit around the fringes, and that got us a little bit of momentum, and then the rest just came with, that comes with pressure.
Yeah, and I noticed that your captain David Hawkshaw was out of his sling today. Is there any possibility that he could feature in the final?
Well, we're hopeful, but it's been out of our control. So we've just tried to do the things that we can control and not worry too much about what we can't control. And obviously with David's injury, we can't control it, and his health and well-being is our priority. So we're not going to risk him. But if he's available, fantastic. The team would love to have him with him. But for the moment, all we can do is hope.
And last question, Belvedere into a 4th Senior Cup final for the first time in the history of the school. What does it mean for this group and for yourself to be part of that achievement?
Oh, it's huge. We always knew that the group had character, but even as part of their character, discipline and concentration sometimes was a little bit short on their character, but they seemed to get it together in their last period. But I think the freshness, the fresh legs made a difference.
Great stuff, Phil. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will. Well, Johnny, we have a final coming up on March 18th between Blackrock, Belvedere, repeated last year. Who do you fancy?
To be honest, Belvedere on that showing, the mental strength that they showed, the belief that they have within that group in terms of being there, done it before, and you listen to the interview at the end from Byron. He's an 18-year-old kid and he speaks like he's a 25-year-old pro that's been playing the game for 6-7 years. It's going to be a great game because Blackrock, as they've shown yesterday, they're an improving side, and they'll, any mistakes that Belvedere do have, they will counter. They will put them under a huge amount of pressure. So it's going to be a great game. But for me, on that showing, you just have to give it to Belvedere, and they are slight favourites in my view.
Yeah, and I'd have a sense of the two sides. Blackrock would have preferred to play Michaels in the final. Michaels players are coming back out now to salute their supporters. The Belvedere players heading to the dressing room for a well-earned rest. The man we didn't mention was Matthias Galinski. He's the one being credited with the try that won it for Belvedere. And don't forget, the final of the Leinster School Senior Cup 2018 is coming to you live on Air Sport 2 on March 18th at 2 p.m. Belvedere running out winners here, 20 points to 19, winning at the death in an absolute superb finish. There's the try from Galinski. It was a brilliant maul. Look what it meant to the young man. What it meant to his school. There is the final score. It's been a super afternoon's rugby at Donnybrook. Thank you for watching. It's goodbye from us.